Hey, good evening, Jeremy. I wanted to make a video going over your icebreaker discussion and also your icebreaker guidelines for the submission for this week. Hope everything's going good this week. Hope that you are staying warm. I do know that certain parts of the country are pretty frozen right now. So let's just kind of hop into it. So it looks like you completed a University Gen Ed online course. I did like how that you put that the learning course, like the learning context, 7.5 week, asynchronously via Canvas. So you set the expectation early as to what is going to occur as a new learner. I do have like your targeted learners were new and continuing. Sometimes we forget that this isn't everyone's 20th or 30th class, that some of them may be brand new. So I like how we took it back to basics and we went for the low-hanging fruit, or the majority in this case, which are brand new students. So I do like that. So some of the guidelines that you created, you've already set the standard of where course materials are going to be at. You talked about stable internet connection, use Firefox or Chrome, so you made certain to offer or encourage usage of one of these platforms or one of these internet browsers. Also, by the way, my apologies. I'm in the Starbucks working, so thank you for understanding. Besides that, you discussed communication policies. You talked a lot about time management there, which I think is important. Some new learners within the asynchronous or within the online setting may sometimes forget that time management is key in this environment. No one's uh, physically there to tell you or poke you or say, hey, you have to get on this. So you have to be the adult about this, essentially. So I do like that. You talked about 10% dockage of points for every day that it's missed. And then your etiquettes that you talked about, engage in meaningful dialogue. I like that a lot. Then you also made a precursor to refrain from attacking viewpoints, placing blame, etc., and focus on not exactly who is right, but what is right, essentially. And I really enjoyed that. All right, so let's go hop into the actual discussion activity. You did give a really detailed purpose, which I liked a lot. You pretty much refaced or repainted, per se, um, the icebreaker guidelines, and you made it really straightforward, really easy to understand, which obviously will make a lot of new learners happy. Um, Taking a look here at the procedure, you've essentially broken it down into four distinct steps, and you've also put the actual due dates and the times of those due dates in those different steps. So 4 steps, 4 due dates, pretty easy. So it looks like they are going to be posting in a couple different discussion boards. One is going to be an introduction. It's pretty typical. You know, they want to put their name, where they're living, educational, professional backgrounds, what the schedule looks like, and also some personal things. Um, One thing that I might want to encourage, or one thing that I like to do is I love making videos. I think videos are a really fun part of doing the asynchronous or really interesting because I can read stuff all day long. It's not really going to make a big impact, but maybe if we have them do this in either a video, maybe in a Prezi, maybe in a slideshow, maybe in a web page that they've made. So maybe have them develop this information in their favorite medium. Perhaps that could be a good trade-off. What do you think? Moving on, they happen to have a second post that's due by Thursday. I'm assuming that this schedule begins on maybe a Monday or a Tuesday. But there is an excitations and concerns discussion board. They have to post 2 to 5 things that excite them about online learning and 2 to 5 things that you're concerned about. Um, I like that. I think it's important to understand their strengths or things that really get them excited, but also what are some areas of opportunity? What are some things that they may want to focus on in the online environment? So I think it's a good uh, balancing act. So they see strengths and they also see areas of opportunity. So I like that. Steps 3 and 4 looks like they're both due on Sunday by 11:59 p.m. Of course, depending upon their location, PST, EST, it's really at that point in time up to the instructor at that point. It looks like they have to review a couple members. Let's see, respond to at least 2 posts. Respond to someone who's not received any responses yet. It could just be an easy, hey, hi, hello, hey, regular stuff. So it's pretty straightforward. And then it looks like you're going to be reviewing the secondary post about what excites them and also some concerns that they might have. So all in all, pretty straightforward, pretty easy. We've probably seen this a lot within our online modules that we've been doing. Personally, I would maybe add something like a media, something like this, to where they could become a little bit more engaged. Uh, because I mean, as a trainer right now, I read a lot of material. I read a lot of comments that people make. Sometimes just having that video capability just adds so much to it. Last but not least, I believe that I added it. Maybe a few other people added it, but there wasn't really a grading or like a criteria rubric that's at the end. So any reason why that wasn't included? Not attacking, just curious. But with that being said, I like your submission. I thought it was effective. Can't wait to see how your responses is. Regardless, keep warm, take it easy. See ya.